Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another review. Today we're gonna be talking about the Air Jordan 5 grapes. Of obviously, this is the 2025 pair that we're reviewing. Released on June 21st for $215, if I'm not mistaken. Little hints about the shoe: purple tongue, teal Jumpman. You have your upside down Air Jordan inside on the tongue. The signature Nike Air on the back. On the outsole, you have Nike on the heel tab with Jumpman towards the toe box, translucent air, and of course the signature teeth marks from the fighter jets as where the inspiration came from for this shoe. Um, I must say the quality on these is not plush leather, but it's a whole lot better. If you look at that, you could press and feel the leather is a whole lot softer compared to the 2013 pair, which I like. The purple as well and the teal is brighter. I won't say not like a whole much, but you can tell the difference if you put the pairs them side by side, and you will see the color difference in the shoe. Example: I have my 2013 pair here, and of course they have seen much better days. Falling apart at the net here, net falling off, some paint loss. I didn't even wear these shoes much. I could probably say I wear these shoes maybe 5, 6 times. No major creasing, but like I was talking about with the leather, the leather a lot harder, a lot stiffer, and that made these shoes terrible to wear. As to why, the main reason why I wasn't wearing the shoe, and plus it was a size too big. Um, Story about how I get these pair. I was still living in Shinkara at the time when these released, and I had a place called Sonny Al's that had Champs and Foot Locker. That's the only sneaker stores we had on the island at the time, and unfortunately, it was really like a first come first serve kind of basis because they used to only get one pair per size in every retro. So if you was a size 12, there was only one size 12. So it was, if you wasn't the first person size 12, shit out the luck. Um, but I wasn't able to cut my size. I got a size up, which was a size 13. Um, Little things I was talking about: Jumpman in the back instead of the Nike Air. Um, Talking about the purple, you see how more of a deep purple it is, almost like a Joker kind of purple. The Nike and the back of the tongue is not inverted, it's standing upright. Jordan to the outsole, of course, your Jumpman to the bottom. Translucent air before age started showing the shoe. And to be honest, I don't even know why the shoe started to fall apart so much. I didn't even know the shoe had looked this bad until I pulled them out the box because, like I said, I wasn't wearing them due to comfortability. Um, like rule of thumb where it's like, keep your shoe in the box, keep your shoe in certain temperatures inside your house, keep the tissue inside the boxes, stuff like that. I follow all the rules, but like this is like one of my, probably the only shoe that I have where I follow that rule and they still fall apart. Maybe due to lack of wearing. I don't know. But this is them side by side. This is a 2013 pair. It's a 2025 pair. See the differences in the pop I was talking about. I don't know if you could see inside, inverted Air Jordan inside, face up Air Jordan in here, black lettering. This one has the grape lettering. Nike Air, Jumpman, same thing to the bottom with the differences of the Nike Air and the Jumpman. But I must say though, with this pair, I am very, very satisfied with how they came out. It gives me a chance to actually enjoy this shoe, right size, much better quality leather, so it should be more comfortable to wear. And one of my favorite fives, to be honest. This is probably number three. Number one being the black toe fire red fives, and it's a toss up between these and the black metallics. But all in all, good release. Went up to when I went to the mall last week. There was still a couple pairs still sitting left. It didn't sell out. Jordan did their part in mass producing this shoe, which I'm not against. I know a lot of people mad or talking shit about Jordans and retro sitting on the shelves. I mean, number one, we see how the economy going. People being more cautious with how they spend their money, but also too like the rise in the price of sneakers. People being more selective in what they want to buy, and another thing too, they're producing more pairs. I mean, like you had to be there during these times, like Cement threes in 2011, if I'm mistaken. Crazy release. Concord when they released in 2011. Crazy release. Remember when people die over that shoe? One of the most fucked up stories that I had was the 2012 Breads when I camped for that shoe for basically the entire day from 6 in the morning till like 10 o'clock at night because of the bullshit they tried to pull at Champ Sporting Goods back home and that release. And times have changed, like with online services, more pairs being available to the public, and also too, and Nike don't want y'all reselling their shoes to the public. I remember back in the day, like when this release, it was 180. It had a jump from 160 to 180, and then the resale market on those was easily $300 to $400 depending on your size. And this is the days before StockX, Gold. This is when people were buying shoes off of eBay, Craigslist, shit like that. And like the prices were starting to get a little crazy. So I'm like me personally, I'm not against more mass produced shoes, especially for pairs like this, where it's like an OG colorway and people gonna want a pair. So I ain't trying to knock nobody reseller business, but like at one point it was getting out of hand where people were buying or backdooring shoes at certain retail stores, and then people, the casual, not always say the casual, but the people who actually want the shoe, crave the shoe, even the OGs who were back in the day, like they remember when these shoes first come out and they were kids or young adults, and they couldn't even get a pair and had to pay exorbitant prices for them. So again, I am happy with the release. It's a beautiful shoe. Definitely gonna be probably in my top 5, top 10 releases for the year. Much anticipated release of the year was Air Jordan Ferrari 14s. And I cannot be mad at what Jordan Brand did with this shoe. It's another one. First time these came out was in 2014. I did not get these back in 2014. Unfortunately, I had more responsible things to do with my money at the time. That's when I was new to Orlando. I just get my first apartment actually with my roommates, and money was tight. So instead of spending money on shoes, just take care of my responsibilities, missed out on them. I said, eventually in the future, either I can buy back the 2014 pair or they were going to retro them, and thank God they did. I'm not disappointed. The suede on these are very soft. Short hair suede, nothing too crazy, but the suede is nice and soft. As you can see, your little carbon fiber hits on the side. Air vent as if it's a real Ferrari. That's what the shape of the shoe is inspired from. Not only just the colorway, but the actual shape of the shoe was like to mimic Jordan's Ferrari back in 1998. Jumpman Ferrari symbol on the side. Ferrari yellow Jordan lettering on the tongue. 14s on the inside. And your heel tab. Carbon fiber to the bottom with your red Jumpman 14 in Ferrari yellow as well. This is a beautiful shoe though. This shoe is real beautiful. And this is a shoe where you don't need to do a whole lot to dress it up. Do not try to sit down here and make it complicated to wear this shoe. And me being in Florida, this is gonna be more of a fall time, Christmassy kind of shoe. If y'all don't know, they lied to y'all about Florida being the sunshine state. Between the months of June to August, which we know is hurricane season, it rains every day in Florida. It don't go a day where it don't rain. I live in Orlando, and not maybe like 2 hours ago it was raining. Don't let that sun fool you. It was storming 2 hours ago. That's the bipolar weather we to deal with. But not to get off topic, again, it's the perfect release of what Jordan Brand did. Um, Not mad about the shoe. Happy I was able to get it 11 years down the road, and yeah, these are my two recent pickups. Not going too crazy. I'm still very selective on the shoes that I buy. I don't buy into hype. I buy what I like, and it's gonna stay that way. I don't care how much hype is behind the shoe. I'm not gonna buy the shoe because everybody wants the shoe. I'm gonna buy what I like. That's why these are sitting in the stores. These are not. I got a pair of both because I what? I like them. But anywho, I can catch you in the next video. We out.